Okay. Welcome you all to the demo session of data analysis. Myself, Harish, and I will be going to take the session for the next 1 hour of the time to make you understand about this data analysis course. So this particular session is going to be your first free class in our data analysis course. As you all know, we are going to provide you total 3 free classes as part of this data analysis course in our institute. Among those 3 free classes, first class today is going to be covering the introduction part of the data analysis course, where I am going to explain you what is data analysis, why and where we are going to use. And also we will be going to explain you about what are the things that we need to learn to get a job as a data analyst, and what are the types of flexibilities we're providing at our institute to learn, and the internship opportunity. So many things I will be going to discuss with you for the next 1 hour of your time. And I'm pretty much sure by the completion of this session, each and every one of you will definitely get more interested towards learning this data analysis course, and you will get completely what is this data analysis understanding. So after that, we have 2 more classes. In the next free class of second one, we are going to provide you the more technical knowledge about the data analysis course. And third free class, we will directly start with our first subject of Excel. Okay, so that is the flow for our upcoming classes after today. So before I start this session today, I would like to introduce about myself. Then I will go forward to the agenda of this today's session. So my name, I can say here trainer name I will write is Harish, and I will be going to take the session for next 1 hour as I mentioned. So as I mentioned, I'm having close to 9+ years of working experience, and also I am a trainer in this data analysis. And coming to my working experience, I have experience working on the skills of Databricks, PySpark, Python, SQL, Tableau, as well as Power BI. And I have a wide range of experience working in the projects from the domains of banking sector, financial sector, healthcare, and also in the telecommunication domain. And over the past 9+ years, I'm been into the teaching also, where I have good experience in covering this data analysis technology with respect to the real-time basis, because I know how in the company the work as a data analyst you are going to do. The similar basis, the contents are being generated here, and the projects, the examples, everything here will be going to have a complete aim of making the student get the realistic knowledge of data analysis, how they can apply when they get a job. And before that, how to get a job also can be explained very much deep in this data analysis course from my side. And this particular course is having a complete aim for placing the student in a job and making them work properly in that particular role after getting the job. So that's a complete aim of this particular course in our institute. Now, I would like to also clarify a few things with respect to the eligibility criteria, because as a student, when you are learning a new technology, let it be data analysis or let it be anything, you might have a basic questions. What are those questions? If I am in your situation, I will think like, am I eligible to learn this data analysis course? Is it suitable for me? I am coming from so and so non-technical background or some technical things. Am I able to learn data analysis? What is the future of a data analysis? Like these type of common questions everybody will have. So that's the reason I would like to answer first of all the eligibility criteria things. Who are the type of students are going to join in this data analysis and who will be eligible? I would like to first of all clarify that. Okay, so I can say there are mostly 3 category of students. The first category are freshers, meaning the people who here completed the graduation maybe this year or last year or 2 years before or 3 years before, or you might be a student who are in the final years of your graduation or post graduation. You people are considered as a freshers. Okay, and the next category of students, the career gap students, meaning you might have completed your graduation some few years back, maybe 5 years back or some 10 years back or maybe some 15 years back also, and you are trying to switch now to the data analysis background or the IT sector. And The next category of students I can say is the already working persons. Okay, this category of students I can say of already working, meaning these people are already working in some other places, maybe in the IT sector or non-IT sector, and now they want to shift to the data analysis so that they can increase their future growth. So this is how I can say the category of students who can join in our data analysis course mostly. These people are very much suitable for learning the data analysis. Either you come from a technical or non-technical backgrounds, no problem. The general common question I can say one more time is, sir, I'm coming from so and so non-technical background. I don't know nothing about programming and anything in the IT side. Can I able to learn data analysis? Of course, it is possible. If you compare with any skill set in the IT side, this data analysis is the one which having very less amount of programming involved ones. That's the reason why so many non-IT people also trying to switch to IT side. They will first of all choose the data analysis. The main reason is it will be easy to learn and easy to get into the job also from the non-IT. Even a student is not having any technical knowledge before they learn. The same thing even I am also going to suggest you. Any student who wants to join in our course, you don't need any prerequisite knowledge of any courses. As I mentioned, you are a complete blank paper. That is also fine. I am going to start teaching you the concepts from the basics. So that's the reason I can say a simple statement. No prerequisite knowledge. Okay. No prerequisite knowledge is needed to learn the data analysis. Even though you are a student who are new to these domains, everybody can able to learn this particular knowledge. Okay, so no prerequisite knowledge is needed to learn this data analysis course. So everybody can able to easily learn this particular data analysis knowledge. Okay, no prerequisites are needed, no prior knowledge is needed. So that is the statement I would like to highlight. Now coming to the next things, the agenda of today's class is to explain you first of all the three W's of data analysis. Okay, what I'm going to explain is the three W's of data analysis. What are these three W's? Starting with what is data analysis. Next, I will explain uh, why are we going to learn this data analysis, and I'm also going to explain where are we going to use this data analysis. So these three things now I would like to explain you, starting with the definition. So what is data analysis? Any skill when you are learning, you should definitely know these three things. That's the reason I'm starting our session with this definition. Now have a look at the definition, guys. When you observe this term data analysis, there are actually two different words are present. One is data and other one is analysis. What is usually meant by data? Data means, I can say, information. Okay, data means what? Information. Let's say an example about yourself. If I am asking you, can you please tell me what's your name, what's your contact number, what's your email ID, and what's your Aadhaar number, what's your PAN card number. So these type of details if I gather from you, that is nothing but data, nothing but information. The same type of information if I gather from, let's say, some 100 students or 1 lakh of students, that is also considered as a data only. So there is nothing different with terms of the word. Okay, so whatever the information you're having, that is going to be considered as data. And what is meant by analysis? If you refer to any dictionary or something, it will say that analysis means examining or else observing the things deeply. Okay, what is it? You're going to examine or observe something in a deep manner. That is what we call analysis. Okay, now mix these two things and say one proper definition. I can say what are you going to examine or observe means, I can say this information what I'm having is what I will be going to examine or observe deeply to find out what is present in that. So that is the definition. I can say data analysis is the process of analyzing the data to find the insights. So this is the proper definition. Now let us see how this can be understandable. When I say process, Generally, we will say that as multiple steps are involved in that. How many steps are involved means I can say total 5 steps are involved. I'm going to follow these 5 steps for analyzing the data and to find out the insight. So this is another new word you might get today. This is called as simply output of data analysis. Meaning when you're going to analyze something, as I mentioned, you're going to examine or observe something deeply. You're going to find a few things that is simply called as insights. There are other words you can able to use called as findings, or you can say unseen trends also. Anything is fine, you can able to use any such word to call this. What you are unable to see with our eyes through the data, you're able to see by using the analysis. That is what is the meaning of unseen trends. So overall here, this is a proper definition. If anybody asks you at any place what is data analysis means, you can tell this. I'm going to follow a few steps to analyze the data, and I will be going to find out the insights from the data. What is insights means the findings that I'm going to get through the data analysis. Okay, so this is a definition. You can remember that. Okay, now let's move forward. We are now going to understand our next question, why the data analysis is used. So to explain you this question, I'm going to spend a lot of time because you need to understand about this course very well. Means this question will explain you everything what you want. So let's keep most concentration on this particular question for next few minutes so that you will understand about our course and what are you trying to learn here. Okay, now I would like to explain this question in two different types of categories. I mean to say the first category is from the student's mindset and the second category is from the company's mindset. See, when a company or some business, if they are going to use this data analysis, then only they need some employees to work on that. That is nothing but you are getting a job. Am I right? That is the first thing. When you are going to use some skill set in any company, definitely they need some people to work on that. That's how the jobs will be generated. So the question is, if there are so many technologies present in the market, why this data analysis is used by a lot of companies? Because of that reason only you have a lot of jobs in the market. So why the businesses or the companies are using the data analysis? That's the first thing you'll know. Second thing is from a student mindset. As I am a student, if I think, I will ask a question myself. I have so many technologies in the market. If you go and see in the institutes in the outside, there will be so many skills will be there. Somebody will say SAP, somebody will say Java, somebody will say full stack Python, somebody will say cyber security. Lot of technologies are there in the market to learn, but why do I need to learn data analysis in particular? That question also you should understand. Of course somebody will say I'm interested in data analysis, but I will say you should have a final aim as job, getting a job. That is my way of explaining. Of course interest is nothing wrong in that, but you should get a job. That is final aim. If you have a lot of interest and if you don't get a job, that interest will not have any meaning. So your interest plus job opportunities will be in the correct place to have. So that's the reason I would like to say, why as a student do I need to learn data analysis when I have so many skills in the market, and why the companies are using data analysis in particular. So these two questions I will going to answer for you by taking into few examples. So let me take the first case scenario. Case number one, I am going to consider a simple example of a retail shop. Okay, what is this retail shop example? I'll tell you. I'm considering a scenario that this retail shop, actually what is meant by this retail shop example means, you might imagine in your nearby home there will be a small shops will be there, a kirana store type of shop you can assume. Okay, so this is one such type of a shop, and the owner of this particular shop is trying to write down the sales data, what is happening in their shop each and every day. From last few months, this shop owner was making this how and what type of data they're storing is, suppose if any customers comes to the shop, at what time they're coming and what is the sales amount. So let's say the shop is opening at morning 9 o'clock. So there is a first customer came at 9 o'clock and made a sales of some 100 rupees, and a second customer came at 9:15 a.m. and made a sales of some 50 rupees, and there is this third customer came at 9:30 a.m. and made a sales of some 200 rupees. So on up to, by the time they close the shop at 10 p.m., the last customer came and made a sales of again 200 rupees. So overall on that particular day, the serial number last is 50 you consider. So this is nothing but the data I will call. Why I'm calling it the data? This is some information about the sales happening in their shop. So this type of information, if you have, what is the need or what is the use of it? Simple, I'll tell you. I will tell you few things you can understand the importance of this data. By the end of the day, if I have this data, I can able to find out what is the total sales happened on that particular day in my shop. How can I find? Simply add all these amounts. You have so many amounts, almost 50 amount fields will be there. You're taking mobile calculator and you will add all of them. Let's say you made some 5,000 rupees of sales. So you are adding up all the sales and you got 5,000 as a resultant. And total number of customers came is 50 on that particular day. So what is the average sales? Generally average sales in the sense all the sales values you are going to add divided by the number of sales values. Total 5,000 people came to your shop and 5,000 rupees sales happened and 50 customers came to your shop and the average is going to be 100 rupees. So what is the meaning of this 100 here? The meaning of this 100 says that if a customer comes to my shop, at least they are making 100 rupees of sales or close to 100 rupees of sales. So that is the meaning of average sales cycle I will consider. And also this is very easy things, right? Total sales, number of customers, average of sales. These are very normal things I will consider. But let us make it more interesting now. I would like to do some analysis based on time basis, meaning morning 9 o'clock to 12 p.m. how much of sales happened, and from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. how much of sales happened, and from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. how much of sales happened. So let's say you got 1,000 rupees in the morning, 1,000 rupees in the afternoon, and 3,000 rupees in the evening time. So like this, you are able to categorize your overall 5,000 rupees sales amount based on the time. Not only just this, you can even do the comparison of sales of different days or different months also. Let's say I told you from few months you're making the storage of this data entire, let's say January month of 2026, how much of sales? February month, how much of sales? Before that, there is a December 2025, how much of sales? Now, month to month, you can compare your sales values and you can see whether my sales are increasing or decreasing. So, in which month you are increasing, in which month you are decreasing. If you can understand, you can concentrate on your business at that particular weak point and you can improve your sales and increase this total sales value from 5,000. So this way, if you wanted to understand your business and any decision you wanted to make, definitely you need this particular data. If without this data, I can't able to find out all these things. Nothing is possible. And one more thing also I'll tell you, because of this data only, I can able to compare with respect to previous months and able to understand whether my business is increasing or decreasing from month to month. And most importantly, one more thing I would like to tell. Here, you are only able to understand this particular shop owner is trying to analyze the data to understand how the business is going on. And according to that, they are able to make some decisions. That is how companies are preferring this particular data analysis. It's a very small company. That's the reason there is no need of learning or using any technical skills like any SQL or Power BI or Python. It doesn't need to find out these things in this particular type of small data. Am I right? Just imagine yourself. The shop owner doesn't need to learn any of the technologies like SQL or Python or Power BI that you are going to learn here. It's not needed. Then how it will be used? Now that I will be going to explain you in the case number two. Closely observe this case number two. I am considering a company called as Zomato. Everybody know about Zomato? It's a food delivery app. This company also will store the data regarding the food orders they deliver. Suppose imagine you place a food order today. Regarding your order, some data will be stored in the background. What type of data? For example, for your order, one ID will be generated. That is order ID. The customer who placed that order, in which restaurant, what is the food item, and what is the distance between the restaurant address and the customer delivery address. Who is the delivery agent? What is the time taken to deliver the food item? How is the payment made? Is it cash on delivery or is it UPI payment? If it is card or debit card, and which bank cards the customer is using, what promo codes customer has been applied, These type of lot of things will be stored in the company whenever you place a food order. But how are these data is getting stored in the company? See, here in the first case, it's a simple retail shop. Hardly 50 customers are coming in a shop, or maybe 100 customers might come. I can make a note of it on a piece of paper. But how are you going to make it? Because why? This particular type of Zomato companies will get easily 8 lakhs of orders per day. In India alone, per day, 8 lakhs of orders they will get. How are you going to store this 8 lakhs of data? On a piece of paper is ruled out. If you even store in your laptop, hardly how many days are you going to maintain in the laptop? And how come different employees will come and use that laptop data? So that's the reason why to come across all these, the inclusion of the technologies like the databases, servers, the cloud, these things came into the existence because of storing this large amount of data. Whenever your data is large, to store it and to maintain it, you need to use these databases, servers, or cloud, some things like this. And suppose the client is asking now, okay, you stored the data of my entire sales happened today in this database. Now, can you please tell me what is the sum of sales? Sum of sales I got today for all of my orders. How are you going to do at the time? It's not possible in this particular first scenario, like adding up all these amounts through a mobile calculator. Here, hardly 50 numbers are there. You will be able to add it. Here, 8 lakhs of orders, guys. How are you going to do? It's impossible to do with manual calculations or through mobile calculations. That's the reason here we need the technical skills like a Python or a SQL or a Power BI or a Tableau or an Excel. Something like these technical things are needed to even get accurate result, to improve the efficiency, to improve the accuracy of your result. We need to use definitely some skills here to analyze these large amounts of data. Hope you can compare, right? In this first example, it's a very, very small data. So you no need to worry about any of these things to use any technical skill set. But coming to the second case scenario, it's a very, very huge amount of data. To do analysis on these large amounts of data, definitely you need to have some technical skill set for sure. There is no doubt in that. With that technical skill set, you can even draw type any kind of advanced analysis also. I will tell you a few things if you observe. Let's say the client is asking that, can you please tell me how many orders I am or I have received in the last 24 hours? Okay, in the last 24 hours, mainly in the metropolitan cities. So let's say, consider Hyderabad is a metropolitan city. There is a Bangalore, and we have some Mumbai. We have some Delhi. Like that, different cities are there. Let's make this scenario in this manner. How many orders I got it in the January and February for these type of metropolitan cities? So you'll get some number in the January, February for every city, right? Now you can able to compare. Okay, in the Hyderabad city, when you compare to January, my February sales are increased or decreased. Same thing with Bangalore. Same thing with Mumbai. You will identify few of the cities where your sales decreased from January to February. Maybe some cities will have increase in the sales orders, but some cities might see the drop in the number of orders received from month to month. So you are going to identify the cities where you have the drop in the number of orders. So those cities are going to be improved in the upcoming months by focusing more. So here, this data, whatever you are having, is the important piece to make entire analysis. Here also, first case scenario, just imagine the shop owner is not maintaining this data every day, and you are asking, can you please tell me what is the total sales, what is the average sales, what is the 9 to 12 p.m. sales? If you go and ask that person, there will not be any answer at all. That's the reason this is the data nowadays, which is most powerful asset in the world. Without data, nothing is possible. This data is what is like a fuel for the companies to move forward. Just like for a vehicle or a your vehicle to move forward, a petrol or a diesel, how it is needed. Same way for our companies to get the growth to improve their particular company, then definitely this data is going to be needed. Whenever you have this data, we, the analysts, will be going to do the analysis. Okay, you and me, we are going to do some analysis on this particular data. Through this analysis, you are going to find out what insights. I told you, right? We are going to find out insights in the data analysis, and these insights are going to be used by the companies in making some decisions. So what is this decisions? I told you previously also. Let me explain you. As I mentioned in this example, you are going to find out how many orders for every city in the January and February. And I asked you that from January to February and in which cities the sales are decreased. So you identified the cities where your sales were decreased. So that's the reason you are able to see wherever the sales or that particular number of orders are decreased from month to month, you are only going to focus on those cities to make some decisions with respect to giving some extra offers to those type of people. You hear unnecessarily you don't need to give offers for every city. You identify where the orders are reducing. You focus on that particular city to regain the complete orders. So if you focus on those cities, overall company's growth will be improved. So let's say I identified that Hyderabad is a city. I can see some less number of orders were coming from January. In the December, sales are fine. In the January it decreased. In the February still it is decreased. Now I'm going to focus on this city. I will give some extra offer. Let's say I'm giving some offer of 50 percentage of offer up to 100 rupees. So I'm encouraging the customers there to place more number of orders. Once they get habituated, then I will decrease the offer from 100 rupees to 75 rupees. I will make it. After that, 50 rupees I will make it. I will decrease it. But in this particular process, definitely the customers will be encouraged towards placing more orders, and that particular help will be improving your overall orders present in that particular city, and company's growth will be increased. So that's the reason I'm saying to make decision for which city you need to focus on, what type of offers you need to provide. That type of decision is only made through these insights of data analysis. Without these insights, you might unnecessarily give offers for every city. At least you need to know, right, for which city you need to focus. If you don't focus, how are you going to improve your business? It is not possible. That's the reason these decisions will be going to help you in achieving the growth in the companies. This growth is the main thing the companies are interested in, and to achieve that growth, the data analysis is a crucial. No other technology in the market is helping you in improving your growth by analyzing the data. This data analysis is the most important thing. That's the reason I told in the companies there are so many skills are present. Why particularly they are using data analysis means every company will generate a lot of data. That data is like a great asset for them, which they perform the analysis, and that analysis is going to give them the insights, and these insights are in turn helping the companies in achieving the growth through making proper decisions. So that's the reason the companies are using a lot of data analysis skills in the market. Because of that only more employees are needed. Because of that only there is a lot of demand for this particular course. Whenever you have a demand for a skill that you are learning, you will get a job easily. Why I'm saying, if you have more opportunities, getting a job is easy. If you have, suppose let's say per month you are getting just 5 interview calls, you might find somewhat difficult in getting the job, right? If you get suppose 10 calls, obviously getting a job is more easy in these 10 scenarios rather than in 5 scenarios. So to get easily the job, you need to attend more interviews. More interviews when you will get means if that technology is having good demand, more companies will be going to hire the employees, that will be going to give you good number of calls. So that's the reason this data analysis is having high demand in the market. You can able to easily get the job in this particular data analysis field. So in the current market, you would also need to understand one more thing about the career growth, because by looking at the demand in the current scenarios, and if you go to learn that particular skill, you will get a job also absolutely fine. But you need to think about your future growth also after 3 4 years. Whatever the skill I'm learning, where I'm going to stand. So because of that, I would like to also introduce one more thing here, which is artificial intelligence. So many students used to ask one doubt during the demos, sir, what is the role of artificial intelligence impacting this data analysis? So let me tell you, even if you take a artificial intelligence tool to work properly, what it will take a help of means this data only. This data, without this data, artificial intelligence also is not going to do anything. It is not properly doing nothing at all. So that's the reason I'm saying we are a persons who are going to work on this data that will be fed to this artificial intelligence, which means our data analyst jobs will be coming under this artificial intelligence umbrella. Because of that, the demand will be still more in the coming years. You are, if you are a developer, then you need to worry about looking into this artificial intelligence, because it might write down the entire programs things for you. But who are going to do these data ingestions, or who are going to do the data cleaning? Those everythings will be definitely needed with a data analyst. That's the reason even in our course also, how are you going to do the data analysis by using some artificial intelligence tools also been included. That's the reason I can say our course is not just a data analysis, but I can say the artificial intelligence included in our data analysis course, with called as the title data analysis with artificial intelligence. So that is also been incorporated in our course to make our students up to date in the market, and the contents will be always, we will be going to make it up to date, because when you go into the market for the jobs, your profile should stand out in comparison to so many other profiles. So that's the reason, with respect to projects and everything, we have taken much more keen interest in making for the student to get stand out of the crowd. Okay, so the career growth is there, and also one more thing is good packages. So the packages are also very much important. At the end of the day, everybody need these good packages to work also. So high packages are there in the data analysis. Even I am working as a data analyst, so I know how the packages are. Easily for a fresher, you can expect 6 LP of package on average for a fresher. If you are a person with close to 3+ years of experience, or let me say 3 years of experience, you can able to easily go for 12 LP of package. And if you go for 5 years of experience, easily I can say 18 to 20 LP of packages are being provided in the market. This is not things that I am saying. Even you can go to the Google Chrome or go to any of the web browsers and go for the average salaries of a data analyst in the current market. And you can also browse, see what is the future of a data analyst. Then also you will understand. So always there is a lot of demand for this good career growth, good packages are present. And one more interesting thing is easy to learn. Why I'm saying easy to learn? Because the reason is most of the people will have a normal, not everybody I'm saying, most of them will have a fear about programming. As I mentioned in the beginning, sir, I'm coming from some non-technical background. I don't know anything about programming. Can I enter into IT industry for this data analysis without learning anything as in the programming? See, this data analysis course is less involved with the programming. I'm not saying zero, programming will be there, but it is very very less. If you want me to tell in terms of percentage, hardly 25% of your course will have the programming. Remaining everything will be the query language or your tools like Power BI, Tableau, Excel, statistics. In this, nothing programming will be there. Just in this 25% of your course can be a programming involved. You will not find any other course with this type of demand with less amount of programming. There might be some jobs with zero programming also, but no demand will be there for those courses. Even if you join, no career growth will be there. So it will be time waste for you. So that's the reason, if your job is the aim that you want, target this data analysis. Easy to learn with less involvement of the programming, and more opportunities will be there, and good career growth will be there with better packages. So these are all things you will not find anywhere apart from data analysis. That is my guarantee. Even you can search it. Okay, so this is about the data analysis. As a student, when you have so many skills, I wanted to learn this data analysis because of these reasons, and the companies are using the data analysis because of the reason that I mentioned on this particular place. Okay, I made this entire place clumsy, so I think you have the understanding about the explanation that I provided in the last close to some 15 minutes to I think more than 15 minutes, only 20 minutes of time I think I have almost spent on explaining you people about this, why data analysis is used, because this question will make you understand about the data analysis things. So that's the reason. Okay, I am removing everything here. You got your answers, I think, for the questions that I am trying to explain. A simple statement, I will make a note of it. So I will say the businesses point of view are using the data analysis insights to make better decisions, which will help the particular business to get the growth. So this is the reason behind why we are going to learn our data analysis course. Now let's see, where are we going to use, where data analysis is used. There are so many places, I can't even say that in this place we won't use. Everywhere it is there. But let me tell you some companies with respect to the type of work they perform. So I would like to say e-commerce industries. Whenever I say e-commerce, I know what is the first company comes to our mind is Amazon, Flipkart, right? And you can say Walmart. Some quick commerce companies like Zepto, Blinkit, Instamart, or food delivery apps like Zomato, Swiggy. And you can consider the businesses with respect to the online shopping platforms like Azio, Mintra, Meesho. And we also have the industries that are related to uh, the online ride booking apps like Uber, Rapido, these type of companies. You might see these companies in your day-to-day life everywhere because these are the most day-to-day used apps. And also you can include the phone pay transactions or UPI transaction related things. Without this you will not find your life easy, because you might also imagine yourself, definitely you might have used one of this app in the last 3 days, or even today also, or yesterday also, somewhere you might have definitely used it. That much of data high generating app jobs, I mean to say, the companies are these. Whenever you have a lot of data generating, then you need more of the data analysts to analyze that. That's the reason I have first of all pointed out these companies. And I also can say banking is another important domain, because whatever the transactions you perform, the data will be generated in the background. Suppose you sent some money to somebody, to your friend today, some 100 rupees, and let's say you money was detected from your bank but it didn't reach your friend's account. What you will do is simply call the customer care, or you simply raise a phone pay support or Google Pay support saying that I sent this transaction but it didn't reach. So they will take the transaction ID and they will be going to raise a request and all. So that is because the data is generated in the background for every transaction we are going to make it. Even you can see, you open your UPI transaction app, either phone pay or Google Pay, and you wanted to see the last year transactions that you performed. Let's say the March 2025, what are the transactions you performed, you wanted to see. It will be available if you go to the history. Am I right? That's simply because of the data is getting stored. If the data is getting stored, only it will show. If they don't store data, how come they show you these are the transactions you performed, to which person you sent, at what time you sent? Everything will be there, right? That is simply the data. Okay, that is the best example you can see in your day-to-day life. So okay, let me come back. So banking is nothing but just only not about the transactions and banking of ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank. You can also see something more than that with respect to the investments, the insurance related things, right? These all things also will come under the banking and non-banking financial institutions. And I will also consider the companies with respect to the healthcare, which is another biggest important sector. With respect to the healthcare, I can say pharmaceutical companies also. And you can consider the education related companies. A lot of edutech companies are nowadays using the entire IT industry. No doubt in that entire IT industry. Even you take a startup company or a mid-sized company or a MNC company or any product based or service based, irrespective of the field in the IT sector, you are using a lot of data analysis. And apart from these, you can even consider the real estate markets, the manufacturing industries, okay, and the industries that are related to the agriculture, right? So these all type of things, even though you might think how this will be used. And one more thing also, sports and games, that is also one more important field. A simple example, if you wanted to say, when you're watching, let's say cricket as an example, there are any cricket or football or anything you can able to consider. If you're watching any live cricket match, then definitely you'll come across something like visuals, like a bar chart they will show to show how many runs that team is scoring every over. And they will show a pie chart. Suppose a simple example I'll show you. See, you take a pie chart. In this pie chart, uh, at which part of the ground, how much of percentage the batsman scored the run. Suppose stride how much, sorry, leg side how much, off side how much, back side how much, the percentage of runs they will show. This is nothing but a pie chart. They'll call in the cricket as a wagon wheel. They will call it as a wagon wheel something. Okay, but actual technical person like we need to say it's a pie chart. This is nothing but data analysis. You are using some visuals to analyze our data and making other people also to understand it easily. By looking at this type of charts in the cricket match, you will able to understand, okay, this particular batsman is mostly scoring the runs in this particular area. For example, let me say this is showing some 58 percentage, others are less than this. Then you will say this is the highest percentage, which means most of the runs are scored on the other side. You are also, without even having any cricket knowledge, you don't know what is cricket also, that person can understand this graph. See, that much of easy our data analysis will make. Even though you don't know anything about that particular business domain, either banking or Amazon or education or sports, you can understand by looking at these graphs what is happening there. That much of easy the information to pass to make people understand with these visuals. This type of visuals even you can get in the Power BI usually. Okay, even Python also you can generate, Tableau also you can generate, even Excel also you can generate. But mostly I will say Power BI. Why, you will get to know in some days. Okay, but let me just focus on the next part now. I explained you about the three W's of data analysis until now. Now I would like to explain you about the skills. What are we going to teach you in this data analysis course? So what are the skills that I'm going to teach you? Excel is our first subject that we are going to start. We have statistics, and we have SQL, which is structured query language. We have Power BI, Tableau, we have Python. These are the technical skill set which you are going to learn in our data analysis course. And every skill that is being mentioned here, as I mentioned already, you might feel bored when I say these points so many times, but I need to say this. Even you don't have any prior knowledge about these courses, still you are able to learn this data analysis course, because I am going to start everything from what? Basics to advanced. So in this way, with the most practical examples and also involved with the most examples and the real life projects and the live projects, you are going to learn very much better with close to 15 plus real time projects we are going to offer for you in our data analysis course. And these projects will be coming from each and every skill, where I am also going to explain you the every project after discussing the skill set. SQL a project, Power BI a project, Tableau a project, Python a project, Excel a project. And in the end also, after completing every skill set, an integrated project of how can you complete a project by using this skill set of combinedly, I am going to explain. That is a very highlight of this course, making the job easy for everybody who are learning here to get to the real time, or sometimes some people also call live projects. It's nothing but live projects on. Okay, so these projects are having very high importance. Even you can place these projects in your resume and showcase it as a data analyst experience. Suppose, let's say you already have some experience working in some other company. That experience you show as a data analyst. You keep this one of a project and say that I'm working as a data analyst in so and so company. You will show experience certificate, you already have it. So no problem. If you are a fresher, these projects will improve your knowledge and get to the IT side easily, and gaining your real time knowledge. If you are having a career gap, let's say some last 5 years onwards, you are not doing anything. Let's say now you want to enter into the IT field. So for you type of people, what my suggestion is, these projects will be going to be one important thing. Other important thing will be our internship program. So our internship program is going to be helping you people to get close to 1 year of internship certificate, like an experience certificate. That is also going to give you some easy ways to get into the job and enter into the markets first. So this type of internship programs are very much easy way to get into the jobs also. From our institute side, we are going to provide the validated, not something a color Xerox will provide, a validation which is going to be present for that particular internship certificate. Even if you show that particular certificate outside, in the background checks also, if your company calls us, we will be going to maintain a proper database, a proper registration number. We are going to validate it from our side. So in that way, the internship program is also going to help you in gaining the more internship projects you'll be going to perform, and also you'll be going to get the things with respect to the projects also in that particular internship program. So we have internship program available. Okay, internship program is available for this data analysis course in our institute. And important thing here you need to understand is about this particular skill set. We are going to provide you the knowledge from basics with 15 plus real-time projects, and also the software installations also we are only going to cover for you. We'll explain you how to install the softwares, and there is no paid softwares present. All the softwares are free of cost. Only one tool is there that you need to take a subscription in the Power BI. For that also, we are only going to provide you the credentials, the usernames and passwords. We will only provide. You no need to spend anything on the subscriptions. Okay, so the free installations of softwares will be there, and also we are going to provide a lot of data sets for you people in this particular course. These data sets will be coming from different domains, healthcare, as I mentioned in these particular things. So sports related, education related, healthcare, banking, e-commerce, right? So a lot of related, finance related, it can be a lot of things you can able to expect in the data sets also. And importantly, the notes will be shared with you on a day-to-day basis. We are going to provide even the materials also. What is difference between notes and materials? Notes is the one which I'm writing in the notepad currently. That type of notepad would be sent daily to you, and materials is something like a reference material, like a PDF. Suppose you see, this is one of a SQL material that we are going to provide for you all. for people who are registered. So this is SQL material. This is like prepared by me. You can see it's a proper textbook type of reference material for students to refer for a proper definitions if you want to say. Okay, so this is going to be a sample of material that we are going to provide. And the recordings, that is another most important thing. If you miss any class, no problem, no issues, you are going to get the day-to-day class recording. Even the class happening now, this is also being recorded. This recording will be sent for your email IDs after this particular class. So that's the reason even our team has asked for your email IDs. So please do provide in the chat window. You can select the host or co-host and send your messages of your phone number, also the email ID. So we can capture that and we'll send the recordings to you. Even total other two classes which are free, those also will be sent if you miss to attend those. So that's the reason the recordings are going to be provided for each and everyone on the day-to-day basis, and very seamlessly we are going to maintain this along with the assignments, and also the exams also we are going to conduct. So I'll show you a sample thing. If you observe, this is one of our Python batch of our data analysis. You can see how we are going to maintain everything very easily. See, these are the recordings. One drive folder will send you. In that only everything we are going to keep. You can see how the Python classes we are going to send you very easily, very no confusion, in a very convenient manner. You are going to get these recordings, and the notes also, the project details, assignments, data sets, everything will be shared with you on this drive, making it very easy for the student to access. And also here we are going to provide you the resume building course. This resume building one will help you in making your resume in a very easy manner, and placing the projects and explaining your experience. Everything will be covered in that resume building class. And also the mock interviews will be conducted for the students to make them understand how the actual interviews will be, so that the fear will be gone for the students before they go for the actual interviews. And apart from the mock interviews, you are also going to gain the experience with respect to the important interview questions. Maximum you can expect this type of questions what we are going to provide you in the PDFs of the important interview questions. And apart from these guys, we are also going to share the things with respect to the course completion certificate after completion of this course with us. Okay, after completion of the course, we are going to provide you the course completion certificate. And also you are going to get our placement assistance program. This placement assistance program will be provided based on some eligibility criteria, not for every student, guys, because we need to filter the students before we send your profiles to somebody. So that's the reason the placement assistance is going to be scrutinized by, first of all, by us, and who are eligible for their profiles will be sent forward to the companies. Okay, now in this particular placement assistance, apart from that, you are going to get the course completion certificate and internship certificate close to 6 to uh, 12 months, you can say 1 year close to, will be also available in our institute. So in this particular course, we are also going to provide you the things with respect to the Microsoft Azure certifications assistance also. We are not going to provide these certifications because nobody can do that until Microsoft can do. Only Microsoft is available to do. So I can say these Azure certifications we are going to guide you people to achieve, on which certifications you can target and how are you going to prepare, and what exams you can try to attempt, and the guidance completely we are going to provide for you on this particular Microsoft Azure certifications side. And these certifications are really helpful for you in making your profile very much different from the other candidates, because everybody's resume will have Python, Power BI, SQL. Then whose profile will be selected means with good projects, with nice certifications related to data analysis will be selected. So that's the reason we are going to provide you guidance on that particular place also. And with respect to the duration of this course, it's a total 4 months duration of the course, and the classes will be daily from Monday to Friday. Daily 1 hour of class will be there, and few days of, and on few days of Saturdays also you'll be going to, okay, and few days on Saturdays also we'll be going to have 1 hour of class. Okay, and the class timings will be morning we have 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. batch. In both offline and online we have the classes. Okay, in both offline and online the classes will be there. Let me write one more time. Okay, in both offline and the online the classes is going to be conducted. And also we have other batches also. Why I am telling about these other batches, I will let you know. See, we have 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. We also have evening time, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. If anybody here are looking for evening batches, that is also there. Okay, so what is the advantages of these batches? I will tell you, because first thing you need to focus is this is a current batch which we are going to start from tomorrow onwards, and for few days your classes might be at 11 o'clock. For few days, close to 1 week like that, you can have your classes from morning 11 to 12 p.m. in both offline and online, but your regular batch will be 10 to 11. That is your fixed batch, but only maybe for few days, that is 1 week of days like that, 11 to 12 your classes will be conducted, and later your classes will be completely moved to 10 to 11. Before only we wanted to tell you. Okay, now next thing about this other batch timings, why I have mentioned means there are some flexibilities from the student side. You need to understand what we are offering. So let's say I am a student who are new to this particular technologies that I'm listening to. So I attended the SQL classes that are being conducted in the 10 to 11 batch. But after completing the SQL classes, I'm feeling something like, okay, I am new to this particular domain. I understood the concepts fine, but if I can attend one more time, I will better understand very much. That's a general thing everybody will be commonly feeling by the end of that particular course. So at the time, usually in other places, they won't allow you to attend one more time. One skill, one time only they will attend it. They will allow you to attend. But we are allowing the student to attend any skill any number of times in any batch also. What is the meaning of that means? Let's say you attended SQL classes in the 10 to 11. Also, in the 9 to 10 also you might get SQL. 7 to 8 also you're going to get SQL at one point of time. I will send a mail to everybody. So on so 9 to 10 o'clock we're starting SQL on so date. This is the link, you can join if you're interested. So you already attended, you again come and attend, listen one more time, improve your knowledge, gain more hands-on experience. That will increase your learning experience a lot. So that's the reason I'm saying you are going to get an opportunity to attend any skill any number of times for in any batch also. Even though you registered in the 10 to 11, that doesn't stop you to attend in the other places. You come and attend any place. You come for offline few days, come for online few days. Mix up your offline and online classes, no problem. There is no issues for that. And once you register 10 to 11, that doesn't mean you are only going to attend 10 to 11. You attend 9 to 10 also, 7 to 8 also, no issues for us. Okay. So a student can attend any skill any number of times in any batch. That's an important thing. And one more flexibility is a student can complete the course in less time duration also. I told you overall 4 months is the time duration of this course. But let's say I am planning to complete my course quickly. I don't want to wait for 4 months. Is there any chance of completing the course in 2 months or 3 months? Of course, for that, my suggestion is to attend daily 2 hours or 3 hours of class. Okay, for example, you attend morning 10 to 11, 9 to 10, and evening 7 to 8 also. Learn different subjects in different times so that you can complete your course in less number of times. It means less number of days. You don't need to wait completely on one skill after the another. You learn different subjects in different time, so that you can complete the course in less time duration. That's a very important advantage you are going to get in our institute, because these type of uh, classes, if they want to complete in less time duration, outside they'll call as fast track batches and they'll charge you double the registration fees. But we are providing for the same registration fees. The student can attend multiple classes in the same day to complete the course in less time duration. So a student can complete the course in less time duration by attending multiple classes in a day. So for both of these, you no need to pay any extra amounts. Registration fees is fixed. You no need to pay any extra things for any of the software installations or attending any skill one more time, or you want to complete the course in less time duration. You do whatever you want the course, how you want to complete. Okay. And if you suppose attended two classes parallelly, you are not much able to understand one skill, no problem. Second time again you attend in another place. Nobody will stop you to attend in that manner. And I can get some questions from the students on this particular point. Sir, if I attend two classes per day, let's say morning 9 to 10 and 10 to 11, if I learn two subjects, 9 to 10 suppose SQL, and 10 to 11 if I say Python. Is it not going to be confusing me? That's a general question you might get. For this, I will say a very silly answer. Don't mind it, okay? Because the reason is you might have already done this type of learning in the school itself. Remember in the school what you used to have? In my school days, I used to have, first of all, they'll start with, for example, a subject as English. They'll suddenly bring mathematics, and then suddenly social will come, and again physics will come. And again, nowhere some Telugu will come. See, where there is no linkage also from subject to subject, we used to learn at that time only. Now, just I am asking you to learn 2 to 3 subjects per day, improve your learning experience. Definitely, it will be easy. There will not be any confusion at all. I am just giving you the suggestion. We are not forcing anybody to attend multiple classes because we are not going to charge anything extra for that. It's up to the student's interest. So I'm just saying, if you wanted to attend multiple classes, you attend. There is no dependency also. There is no such things like, first of all, I need to learn SQL, then only I will understand Python, or then only I will understand Power BI. There is no such things in the data analysis. This point again, I will bring up in the second free class, because on that day I need to discuss a lot of things with respect to the technical side. Because I know today's class I didn't discuss anything about the skill set here. I just told these are the skills I'm going to teach. I didn't told what is the role of Power BI, why I need to learn Power BI, why I need to learn SQL, why I need to buy Python. These things I didn't explain. What are the software tools I'm going to use, and what is the duration of each and every subject. These things I didn't discuss today, because those are going to be covered in our next free class. And one more thing with respect to the subjects, I mean to say the process. I told 5 steps will be processed. I mean to say followed. What are those 5 steps? That and the skill set. This explanation tomorrow I will be going to provide you in the 11 to 12 class. Without fail, please come for offline classes if you are interested. If you are in and around Hyderabad, our office location is near Amirpet metro station only. Amirpet is the institute location. For the exact location, our team will help you out. If you are in Hyderabad, please come for the institute. We'll have a face-to-face discussion also for any doubts that you have, and any career guidance that you people are looking for also I'll provide you, no problem. If of course in online also I'll provide, but if anybody wants to come for offline, I'm saying. Okay, so I'll stop up to here for today, and the remaining things what I'm just mentioned, I will be going to discuss about those things in the tomorrow's class. Okay, so now I will give the time for you to ask your